Welcome to the Pool Value Channel. I'm your host, Keegan Dyke. With me today is Matt Wyant from EasyCare Products to talk to us about a few of their chemicals that they have that are going to help you out this summer. Thanks for coming by today, Matt.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, you yourself have been with EasyCare for quite a while now, so tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do over there.
Yeah, I've been with them now for 4 years. I started out actually with trade school, learning trades, and somehow worked my way into the pool business. Been doing pools now for a little over 20 years and got injured out on the field, so I had to find something light duty, and EasyCare was my answer for that. I basically told the owner, give me all the products, let me put it to the test before I stop doing my service business, and if they pass my qualifications, I'll work for you. And I put some of these to some extreme tests, and they've passed with flying colors.
Well, one great thing about you is that, I've known you for a while now. I see you at a lot of tabletops, and we can't do those anymore right now. So, but you've always done a great job of talking to the customer and sharing information. Now, one chunk of information everybody wants to know about right now is, due to a trichlor shortage that we're going to have in 2021, what can you do to help them?
Actually, any of our algaecides will help them a ton. I've been trying to promote that all last year, catching anybody I can. But by using Pooltec weekly, it's going to cut your cost way down and save you a lot of money.
And so, tell me more about Pooltec, because I was reading a little bit about it, and from what I understand, it can cut your chlorine usage up to 50%. So that's increasing the effectiveness between 300 and 600, right? Those are about the numbers what they're at?
Yeah, I've had guys that are using 6 tabs a week, and they're down to 2 or 3 tabs a week from using it weekly. The way it works and why it's different than most algaecides that people are used to is most algaecides are either have a metal in there, or they're consuming your chlorine because they rely on the chlorine to do the killing together. Ours is a polyquat, so it works separate from the chlorine. It's going in and killing the bacteria and algae in the water and not relying on that chlorine. So you're seeing that boost in the chlorine because it's not eating up the chlorine with the killing power.
Now, going over the literature that you brought today, which there's a lot here, one of the things that kept popping up over and over were the reference to CYA. Now, it's an issue, but how do your products help with that?
Our products aren't affected by the CYA, so even people that are trying to hit breaking point in their chlorine, let's say you know you're going to use probably 20 pounds of chlorine to hit breaking point to get that pool flipped back to clear. If you use our product along with the chlorine, you're probably going to use about 10 pounds rather than 20 pounds. So you're saving yourself quite a bit of money because it's not affected by the CYA.
Well, so, even the people, let me rephrase this. If CYA is not an issue, you're adding your product, no problem with the CYA. So it doesn't matter if the pool is real high, it's got high levels before you drain, you can continue to use your product. It's going to continue to work, I guess.
Yeah, well, once you get into, the normal is 30 to 50 parts per million. Once you get into, I would say, 90 to 100 parts per million, even with our product, you're going to start seeing problems. The pool's getting out of control and hard to take care of. And that's kind of where right now with the draining of pools going on with high CYA, I always try to help people with our Scale-Tec product, because what they don't realize is that CYA is trapped in the pipes with the calcium.
Right.
So once our product breaks that down, it's like spring cleaning for the pool.
Perfect, because that was my next question, because now that it is, acid wash season and everybody's going back through all this stuff, I know you guys have a couple products that you're using to help with that. So you're using Startup, anything else that you guys are using out there?
Startup is mainly just for a brand new pool, for new construction. What we're mainly using for acid washing is Scale-Tec for getting all that scale off. And then once you finish doing what we call our easy wash, we recommend you follow up with our Beautec. Our Beautec is a product that it's one bottle for 20,000 gallons for every 6 months. So it's not something you got to always do.
Well, that's, I mean, we had a record year last year in pool builds. So with all the pool builds and all the, the new construction, the remodels that are going on, I mean, I think one of your products that are going to be a huge hit is Startup, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Can you explain that a little bit to the people out there that have never used it before?
Yeah, so back in the day when I first started, I was doing startup and orientations for a lot of these big builders, and I wish I knew about the product then, because I had to explain to the homeowner and brush the pool and make it cloudy where I couldn't show them what I needed to show them.
Mm-hmm.
And with our product, as the pool is filling after it's plastered, it's, I usually tell people, the water up to your calf, but it's 500 to 1,000 gallons of water in the bowl. You're going to add our product. So as it's filling, it's protecting the finish from that fill water, so the fill water isn't leaching and pulling out all the calcium and all the metals and things of the finish. And what results you end up having is 95% of the plaster dust is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount of acid you're going to have to use to balance out the chemicals is going to be a lot less. Anybody that knows what a hot start is, you're going to use less acid for that. There's just so many benefits. It makes life so much easier to do the startup by using it.
Now, something that we haven't hit on about that product yet, but I do want to bring up is this was gone over by the National Plaster Council, correct?
Correct. So
for anybody that doesn't know, the National Plaster Council are the guiding body when it comes to plaster and startup. So to have them go over your product and test it is a very important and big deal when it comes to refilling. So
yeah, it's kind of a certification from them. They have, from what I've heard, they had 20 or so pools that it's not just one pool they tested on. They tested on different surfaces, different, you name it, they tested it against all these different factors.
Mm-hmm.
To get a thumbs up from them is a big deal.
Yeah.
And we're one of the very few products out there that have that approval.
Well, that's amazing, man. I just wanted to give you, a couple minutes if there's any other products that you guys have that you want to go over or just talk about, because I know you guys have a whole list of, you have a whole line of this stuff. So.
Oh yeah. Our two most popular products are Pooltec, which we kind of went through, and our other most popular is Beautec. And being here in the valley with our hard water, it should be in every pool. Mm-hmm. It does so many different things. Most people that ask me, what does it do? I usually ask them how much time do they have, because not only is it going to protect from the calcium in the pool, I always tell people at my tabletops, picture two magnets trying to stick to each other. Mm-hmm. It's not allowing anything to bond. So whether it's calcium, sunblock, anything in the water, it's not allowing anything to bond, and it's being filtered through. And it's kind of a no-brainer. Like I said earlier, it's once every 6 months. Mm-hmm. So I usually set a thing on my calendar, hey, it's time to clean the filters and it's time to add more Beautec.
Well, you heard it there. That's what you need to be doing. Set your calendar, get the product, make sure you're following the steps properly. Now, everybody's favorite part of the show is the raffle part. So Matt was awesome and he brought a whole bunch of product. You just can't see it. We got it tucked away right now, but he brought 2 different products that he wanted to do a combined raffle. So why don't you explain what we're going to be raffling off?
We're going to be raffling off our 2 most popular prevention products, which is Pooltec and Beautec. You will see results really fast with Pooltec, but Beautec, it might take a month before you start really seeing the results. I always tell people it's our turtle of a product. It's a slow process for that one. But with the 2, I always point out that if you mix the 2, one's a positive, one's a negative, so it will cloud the water for a day or 2. So to prevent phone calls to me, I always point that out. Mm-hmm. But you can mix them, it's just not really recommended. Wait a week before you use them together. I usually would put Beautec in first, and then a week later start doing a weekly thing of the Pooltec.
Okay, cool. So the really cool part is he didn't just do a bottle of each for one raffle. He actually did enough so we could give away to 8 different winners. So you know the rules. You got to comment on the post, like the post, and when you see Matt out there in the field, make sure you're thanking him, because that's an amazing raffle, and it's amazing that he took the time to come out here today, because he misses all your faces because he hasn't been able to do tabletops like we're all used to seeing. So thank you very much, Matt, for coming out. Thank you, EasyCare, for allowing it, and to the next time.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.